Hello, welcome to Friendship Baptist Church and our Friendship Devotionals. I'd like to tell you a little parable today. Jesus certainly taught in parables, and I'd like to do one for you. So just let your mind go in idle and listen to what I say. Hello, my name is Jesus. Oh, I'm not the real Jesus, not the one you're thinking of, but my name is Jesus. I was born about the same time as the real Jesus, the one you think of. In fact, I really think I encountered him when we both were small. My parents and I were going to the temple to make our yearly sacrifice, and on the way I heard someone holler, "Hey, Jesus!" And as I turned and looked, I saw another group of children playing, and they were laughing, and they were playing, and they were chasing each other around, and some was playing in the dirt. And about that time, someone hollered, "Hey, Jesus!" And as I looked, I saw another little boy, and his name must have been Jesus. It must have been him, because we looked up at the same time, and we looked at each other for just a split second. But the other little boy, the other Jesus, was very intent on what he was doing. And the one who had called my name, Jesus, had a big wad of dirt in his hand and mud, and he threw it at the other boy who must have been Jesus. All the other Jesus ducked, and the mud missed him, and he slowly smiled, but he had an intent look on his face, and he went back to doing what he was doing. My mom and dad and myself, we went on to the temple, and we paid our yearly sacrifice as we did every year. And I thought nothing about it for years. But as I grew into a man, I started to hear stories about this man named Jesus, this man who had my name. He was becoming famous. Some told stories that he was doing things that no other man could do. Well, I even heard that he could perform miracles, and I heard that he claimed to be the Son of God, and some said that he turned water into wine, and some said that he healed the sick, and some said he made the lame walk, and some said he cast out devils, but of course, I didn't believe any of it. I just listened to the stories and I lived my life. But something happened about that time. Something strange happened in my life. People started thinking I was that Jesus. And people started treating me differently. They thought I was him. In fact, they would come up to me and ask me to bless their children. They would ask me to cast out demons. They would ask me to heal the sick. In fact, some even offered money for this service. And I could hear people, as I walked down the street, whisper, "Well, there goes Jesus." And I got to the point where I was willing to go bless their children. I was willing to go try to cast out demons. I was willing to even take the money. I even figured out how to talk to them, that if it didn't work, it wasn't my fault and I could still be paid. Listen, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't tell them I was able to do that. They just assumed I was Jesus, and I was Jesus because that was my name. I didn't make them pay me. I didn't do anything wrong. After all, it was my name too. He was using my name just as much as I was using his name, but then something else happened, strange. I'm walking by the seashore one day, and I look up and I see a crowd of people, a crowd of thousands. And there sat this man. I didn't know who he was, and he was preaching and teaching, and as I got closer, they said, "This is Jesus the Christ." And so I thought, well, I'll sit here and I'll listen. I may learn some of his ways and some of his secrets that will help me, because after all, I am Jesus. That's my name. And I watched and I waited until he was finished preaching and teaching, and then I saw something miraculous. He fed 5,000 people, and how he did it, I don't know. But I wanted to get close to this man. I wanted to learn something from him so it would help me, because I was Jesus. And so as he got near the end of the day, I was able to get close enough to him. And I went up to him from behind, and I reached up and I touched him on the shoulder. And I said, "Hey, my name is Jesus. My name is Jesus. I'm just like you." And as he slowly turned around, I said, "My name's Jesus. I'm just like you." But as I looked at those eyes, I saw something I'd never seen before. I saw love and peace like I'd never experienced it before. And it caught me totally off guard. And I mumbled one more time, I'm just like you. My name is Jesus. I'm just like you." And he smiled at me and he looked and he said, "Not on the inside." Not on the inside, I thought. What does that mean? So I slowly backed away because his words penetrated my heart. Yes, I had his name, but I wasn't like him on the inside. And by then, the crowd had started to come back around, so I kind of disappeared into the crowd. And as the next days passed, I thought to myself, being important, being famous, being noticed wasn't as much fun as I thought it was. In fact, I was walking down the street the very next day, and somebody hollered, "Hey, Jesus!" And they ran up to me and said, "Are you Jesus?" And I said, "No, I'm not Jesus. Not on the inside." So I stopped blessing people. I stopped trying to cast out demons. I stopped trying to be like Jesus on the inside. And then a couple of more years passed and I heard another story. I heard that he was hung on a cross and that he died. I never did hear what went wrong, but something must have went wrong. But I thought about that many times. And they tell me that on the third day he arose and that he ascended into heaven. And so as I lived out the rest of my life, I realized that I had his name, but I wasn't like him on the inside. He died that we might live. He died that you and I could be like him on the inside. And as we head into the future day by day, I got a question. Are you like Jesus on the inside? Or are you like I was? You look good on the outside. You want the world to know that you are a Christian, but you don't live it on the inside. I want to tell you this. When you encounter the real Jesus Christ, like I did, you will never, ever be the same on the inside. Thank you for listening.